And we are live.
All right, welcome everybody to tonight's session of A World on Fire. Where we last left off, the party had found the crash ship known as the Sword of Akatosh. They found that they were not the only ones at the crash site, however. There were some demons and there were some devils. They tricked a Garistro into killing a bunch of devils. Um, a half elf and his minotaur bodyguards had gone inside and were killed by the devils who went inside, and then the party ambushed the devils and killed all of them. They then looked around the interior of the ship looking for a key to get into the helm's deck, um, and found a contraption on the research deck that can create magical items, which they use to make the key. They also found the crew quarters, which seem to have remnants of a very diverse crew, as well as a mess hall that was in a horrible shape. Um, and they reconvened at the helm, used the key on the door, and went out onto the helm's deck. Um, they found a strange glowing crystal where System was supposed to uh, interface with the ship, and removed the crystal, taking a shit ton of lightning damage. And then found that the reservoir that the crystal was uh, above was filled with acid. Uh, Axiom purified the acid, so it was not harmful anymore. And then the party took out the strange jury-rigged contraption that allowed the crystal to take the spot of an Elder Brain. And System went into the liquid and interfaced with the ship. And they were successful. However, the way the ship had been refitted, someone still had to sit in the main helm's chair in order to control the ship. The Elder Brain can only control the base systems of the ship. Uh, Several of the party members took up spots at various guns on the helm's deck, while Axiom took the helm itself, and when he interfaced with the ship, found that there was actually another room below the helm's deck that was only accessible from the chair of the helm, of which he used to descend down into that room, and found the captain's quarters. Um, Inside the captain's quarters, he found the corpse of the captain, which turned out to be a long dead mind flayer who bore the symbol of the lawbearer. And so that's where we will pick right back up after Axiom making this discovery.
Okay. So I'll inform the others of this discovery, seeing as that we're still linked and all.
Is Nestor quiet for anybody else?
I
Yeah,
can
Anymore.
a little bit,
yeah.
Okay. Maybe move the mic a little closer. I don't know.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Alright, there.
I'll just crank you up to 200%. There we go.
I'll inform the others of this.
All right. You're all informed that the captain of the ship was a mind flayer. Who are you divulging the religious symbolism to?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got that piece too.
I mean, do any of us know anything about mind flayers?
Make an Arcana check.
Woo! You just know I'm so good at those. I know so many things about mind flayers. Amity does, though.
Oh yeah. And Ruin. And Amity again.
Whoops, sorry about that. I was in edit mode and I was like, I don't know if it actually rolled.
Twice. I can roll this twice and still get above a 20.
All right, so Amity and Rowan, both of you would know that mind flayers, also known as Illithid, as that is their true name. Mind flayer is more of a slang name. They are otherworldly creatures. They're not specific to any plane. Almost alien in nature, aberrations. Known for strong psionic powers that they use to enslave people and then, through one way or another, turn people into mind flayers. You would also know that System, being an elder brain, is basically the culmination of mind flayer evolution. It is the hive mind of the hive mind hub of a mind flayer colony. So it is not surprising that it is able to connect to this ship.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'll also ask them if they're known to be outwardly religious people.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, they do not follow any religion at all.
This is an outlier. So this is definitely an outlier.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can check to see if there's anything on him besides the uniform.
Well,
And the
you can see that he's kind of like sitting. He was kind of like bunched up on the ground next to what looked to be another door.
Okay. Gonna check over this room as much as I can.
All right. You look around, and you find, now in the light that System had filled the room with, you can see, the large portrait that was up against one wall, and you can see the Mind Flayer captain standing in the center, along with a large group of people, a group of various races, standing on either side of him. You see a Goliath man, an elf woman, a halfling woman, a gnomish man, and a creature you don't quite recognize the race of. And they're all standing there in the portrait, and kind of looks like an official uh crew portrait type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That they're all proud to be there.
Okay, other than that, not much else here.
That is correct.
Right. Next room.
Well, as you go to open the door to the next room, you don't see a handle at all. You can see it kind of like, it's a small door, has a seam down the middle, but there's nothing to grab hold of to open it.
Seeing as I got down here by just thinking, can I just will the door open?
as you try to will the door open, you get the sense that it is locked.
How would I unlock it then?
You don't know.
Like, system, we got a locked door here.
Yes, I see that. I don't know how to open it. It's not encrypted like the other door. It's just locked, and I can't access the lock.
A mundane lock.
Don't see any keyholes.
Does it look like he was trying to get to this door before he died?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, great, it does. Give myself some guidance.
Sure. Even with a 7, if you roll max on that, you can't tell what he was trying to do in front of this door when he died.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he actually did get a 7. That's funny.
Is it possible for me to let some of the others in here?
Well, when the chair lowered down into this room, the hole in the ceiling closed up. So
Okay.
you're not sure.
You just like send it back up.
You kind of like mentally think to send the chair back up. You get the feeling that it requires someone to sit in the chair for it to move.
Yeah.
Also, I guess I should clarify that your kind of mental attunement to the ship only really happens while you are sitting in the chair. It's not like you touch it and now you're one with the ship forever. It's only while you're sitting in the chair.
Sit down.
All right. You sit in the chair.
Alright. We're gonna go back up.
All right.
Assuming, for the most
Yep.
part, I'm keeping them up to date as to what's going on.
Yeah, you go back up.
Alright. We got a locked door down there and a dead captain. Or former captain. So as system, does that... Is he aware of anything else that like room connects to? Or is that like hidden to like I'm not aware of it?
He tells you that that door actually doesn't connect to another room. Guessing by the size, he would guess that it's some kind of closet.
Damn it. God damn it. Feel free to spitball ideas here, because I'm very curious as to what he had in there. Great. Great.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't. No thoughts.
Nope.
Why the fuck would he unlock a closet?
I mean, you can hide important things in closets.
Apparently.
You
Random idea. I'm just gonna like try and head down and like see if there's any way for me to like. Well, first of all, system is if there's any other ways that me taking the helm, like if there's any other interactions I can do with the ship.
Well, he informs you that he found a subsystem that is only accessible by whoever is in the helm. That apparently it's he's a little confused by it as it's basically been labeled stealth mode. He's not quite sure what that entails.
So he doesn't quite know the processes involved himself either.
Right, it's only accessible by the helm, so he's not even able to analyze what stealth mode is.
Okay. Well, I'll head back down for a second, inspect the door, and like check everything out. Like, just see if there's any other ways I can interface with that door.
All right. Yeah. You can see that, like I said, there's nothing really to grab onto with the door. It just looks to be a small kind of double door, like a closet door. Nothing to grab onto.
Okay. Basically, nothing happens when I start touching it or feeling for a seam or anything.
Actually, as you touch it,
Fucking course. God damn it, Mike.
as you touch it, there is a flash of light as a magical ward on the door kind of flares to life, and then it just seems to dissipate as the closet door opens.
Fucking course, Mike.
And you can see sitting in the closet is a what looks to be a suit of armor bearing the emblem of the lawbearer across the chest.
Okay. Okay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Alright. I'll basically tell them I found some interesting armor. I'll be like, what's like 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yes.
Okay. Tell them I'll be like 10 minutes. Feel free to do whatever it is you like.
All right, so you put on the armor?
Yep.
All right. So, it does require attunement. So that 10 minutes is going to take longer.
Tell them I'll be a
But
while.
looking at it, you can see it looks to be a brilliant set of chainmail armor, kind of covered with a like a thick cloth over top the torso, kind of similar to like a knight's tabard. And yeah, once you attune to that, I will let you know what it is.
Okay. I'll let them know I'll be a while and that they can do whatever they need to get accustomed to the ship.
Sure. So, while Axiom is attuning to his armor, what would everybody else like to do? don't all speak up at once.
Is there really like anything around the area that we're in?
You?
Yeah, so like I said, on the helm deck, in addition to where the main helm used to be and where system is currently housed, there is also several let's be stations along the sides, 3 on either side of the room. And then there is a station right at the front, which is the main cannon. So yeah.
I don't have any ideas.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna hang out.
Sure.
Gush
Yeah,
learned a
yeah.
long time ago not to press buttons that you don't know what they do, so he's not gonna touch shit.
Okay.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Man, you start throwing technology at the fantasy realm. People are like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah.
Well, system did explain to you guys last time that each of the stations is a different like gunner spot to control one of the bolt launchers on the weapons deck. And then the station in the front is the main gun, which so basically how it works mechanically, anybody in one of the gunner spot can shoot the a bolt from the bolt launcher as an action on their turn. It's a ranged weapon attack using your dex mods.
Hell yeah.
And then the main gun is uses the person's spellcasting modifier instead of dex. And then it does like base damage plus whatever spell slot you choose to pump into it. It does require a spell slot in order to power, basically. So the main gun is good for a spellcaster. The regular guns are good for anybody else, as long as you're dexterous.
Would be Rowan and Vanya.
Whoop, whoop.
Turret buddies, turret buddies.
I feel so left out.
Sorry, and Shulk.
And shook, and shook, and shook.
Is Gesh also on a turret? What's Gesh doing?
I believe I said I was gonna take one of the turrets.
Turret squad.
I think anybody's just gonna like read a book or something.
Oh yeah.
How many turrets are there?
That is actually a very good question.
I just realized I was muted. It's sorry, I forgot I muted. Take a sip of my drink.
I was
There's
like, yes, so we'll never know.
it's 6 bolt launchers and then the main cannon. So
In total, like 7 cannons on this damn thing.
well, one's a cannon, the other are bolt launchers. It's a little different. But
So
seven
Vanya-
guns basically.
Shulk, Vanya, Rowan, Saga, Amu, Gesh on the 6
I think
Turrets?
Saga's navigating? Saga was doing something
Or
else.
Saga Nav. I don't remember. I wasn't
Well,
here
the
at end.
navigation is actually more something that system does. He basically tells Axiom where he would need to go, and then Axiom wills the ship to go that way. Yeah, there's not actually like a
Gun.
navigator spot.
Then we're all on guns.
And then probably Amity on the big boy.
Yeah.
Since
Sure.
you can buff them
Yeah.
up with your spell slots.
Yeah.
I got no spell slots, so I'm not going on that one. I am useless.
You're not
Thankfully-
useless. Your talents are better served elsewhere.
I mean, realistically, either Amity, Shulk, or Gesh could use that one.
I probably wouldn't be very good on a gun.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, like, a spellcasting gun I'd probably be fine with.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Not to mention, I
Whereas-
can help buff your stuff. From what Mike told me yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. Yeah.
Well, you buff the bolt launchers. You don't buff the main cannon. The main
Okay.
cannon is completely going off of the operator's spell slots.
Okay, so
But
it's a
yes,
good
you
thing.
can use a bonus action on your turn in order to buff somebody else's attack on their turn using a spell slot.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then Axiom, you eventually attune to the armor. This armor is called Tabard of the Crusader.
Okay, that's surprisingly apt considering the background of this character.
Yep. It's at its current state. It's a +1 chainmail.
I'll take it.
So
+1.
for Joe, that would make his AC 17.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that.
And while attuned to this armor, you cannot be contacted telepathically unless you allow it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have advantage on all saves against Charm and Frighten.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Advantage on all saves against Charm and Frighten, and can't be telepathically contacted unless I allow it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what the armor does for you in its current state. As it has been sitting in this wreck for God knows how long, it is currently in its dormant state.
And freezing cold.
That too.
Totally. Ooh, yeah. So yeah, once I get a 2 and come back up.
As he comes back up, you all now see the armor for yourselves.
Mhm.
This man goes into a closet, gets a cool suit of armor. I go into a closet and just traumatized for smell for the rest of my life. I see how it is.
That wasn't a closet, that was a pantry.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
There's a food closet.
Technically not wrong. Alright.
Well, what would you like to do now?
I guess. What was the plan after we got this thing, like, in our
Man,
hands?
I forgot what the plan was
plan.
like 6
Hey.
years ago.
We had no plan. Our plan was find ship. We didn't have next step.
Well,
This is fair.
your quest after all, so
Yeah.
Now, what did you need to do after finding this thing?
exactly.
That's my question to Mike.
Well, you weren't exactly the leader of that expedition. You're unsure whether the plan was to just recover it or to use it for something. You don't know.
Basically, we hadn't gotten that far into the plan. Okay, so we hadn't gotten that far ahead.
Right.
Sort of asked system, what would it take to get this thing moving or doing its thing? Sort of asked system to give us the rundown as like what this thing's actually capable of aside from offensively.
Well, it is a flying ship, so if you will the ship to fly, it will lift off of the ground. I recommend backing up to get out of the crevice that this thing has made in the ice.
So I take it that's just like sitting down and then just thinking of backing up.
Yep, that is how it works.
That is surprisingly simple, but sounds quick to pick up but hard to master.
Well, this is a ship of my people,
Mhm.
and as you can see by me, I'm not exactly one for manual inputs.
Fair. You don't exactly have the thumbs required to do things. So I guess we'll get this thing in the air.
All right. So you will the ship to back up, and there is a horrifying grinding sound as you back up out of the ice, and you watch as the crystal dome above all of you that was blocked by ice slowly gives way to the dark sky. And then, as the last bits of the ice slide off of the bow of the ship, you can now see that it actually stretches out pretty long in front of you. And with Axiom's thought, the ship levels out, and you guys are floating about 30 feet off the ground.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Another question for system. Does he have any idea where the pursuers of us are in relation to us? Because we know Kato distracted them a while back.
Unfortunately, it seems that the long-range sensors of the ship have been damaged. I can only sense out 5 miles from the ship.
Okay. Okay. Also going to ask, what is the current state of this thing? What's actually working?
Well, as I said, the weapons are working fine. All of the batteries are operable, so no problems with flight. Let's see. Navigation is a bit incomplete, but that has less to do with damage and more about the constantly changing landscape of the Hells. As I
Okay, so
said, the
that's more
long-range sensors are not operable.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There are a few light fixtures that need to be fixed or rewired.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, everything seems to be working fine.
All right. Kayla, Rowan.
Who's Kayla?
Okay, looking to find you.
I don't know her.
It's like, okay. So where do we want to go?
I mean, do we have any more business here? We can't fight an entire fleet with one ship. There's not exactly a good reason to follow after Kato.
Mm-hmm.
So
Believe me, I'm in no hurry to get the hell out of here.
I
Pun
would
not
like
intended.
I would like to not go to prison
Ha!
again.
I get the joke.
Okay. Sort of system. What would it take for us to get from here to the prime material?
Well, that's a bit of a problem, as I don't exactly have a route out of here. We would have to fly out from one level to another. My people don't come to the Hells ever.
Okay, so so we have to fly through the hills to get to the prime material. And I take it they're not gonna like let us leave peacefully, so we may encounter some resistance. That's what I'm hearing, system.
That is correct.
Okay.
I mean, we stand a better chance in this than we have at any other point in hell or in the abyss. So
Mhm.
Agreed.
Okay.
system, do we just pick a direction and hope for the best, or
That is a good question. What is our best route out of the hills besides going through them one by one? Because we're currently in Stygia, I think you said, right, Mike?
Yes, you are in Stygia. I don't know. I don't have enough navigational information to know where to go. The last logs that I can get, it's almost like they just came directly to this level of hell.
great?
Great. Okay.
Do I have any clue?
Yeah, it's like does
Have
the
I
tiefling-
read anything?
You
It's like
can make either an Arcana or Religion check.
Does this
does a
would this
tiefling
fall
just get
under
stuck here?
Hold on, what's that, Fanya?
would this fall under like things recalling information related to my favorite enemy since it's about their terrain?
About fiends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would allow that.
Okay.
I'll go religion.
Yeah, you can
Does
go
the-
Religion.
Oof. Got you
Great.
better. The tiefling knows all about Mephistopheles. It's just
Well, you don't know all about Mephistopheles. You're just related to him distantly.
yeah, distantly.
Doing great.
Yeah, been stuck here a while. You know, the landscape changed quite a bit. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean, how bad of an idea is it really to just pick a direction and stick with it until we run into something?
Fantastic idea.
Well, could really be anything. We could run into something, or we could just keep flying on forever in a random direction, never finding anything.
Also not a good idea. Okay. From what we do know of like the structure of the house, you have to go lower to get out, right?
The structure of the what?
As far as we know of like the layers of hell, do you have to go lower to get out? Or do you have to like go all the way to the top?
With that 7, you don't know.
Oof.
My dog is barking to go outside. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't somebody say they found like some charts or something?
Saga did, I believe. Or no, Gesh
That-
did.
And then I believe it was Amity who read them, though, or was it Gesh? I don't
It was.
remember.
I have Gesh looks at maps in my notes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Gesh, you would know that none of those charts were of hell.
Well, those maps won't be very useful. They're not of hell.
Is it possible a system could like read what you read? Just so we at least know what the fuck they are.
Gesh read them. Didn't you?
Yeah, he read them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They use the ritual cast comprehend languages, I think.
okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If
Yeah, I
you
did.
ask system for clarification on what the maps of the phlogiston is, he will tell you that they are kind of a bridge between worlds.
That's a step in the right direction.
Well, there's a difference between a bridge between worlds and a bridge between planes.
Fair. Fair point.
But
Okay.
it's a start.
Yeah, we could end up there once we get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
in theory. So we know what direction a big settlement was, the prison was, and the river Styx. We know that the river Styx flows through all of the layers of hell. But we also know that going back where we came from, bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
But if we move...
Perhaps use what we know as far as like the direction of the river to guide us
Yeah.
toward.
more in like a
The next-
perpendicular direction
Mm-hmm.
to the river.
I'm back.
Instead of like towards the river, just kind of move alongside the river and maybe we can pass where some of the danger is and try and meet back up with the river.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can start that way.
And that at least gives us a direction to move in.
Yeah. That way we're not sitting here thinking of where to go.
Yeah.
We just sort of. Okay.
Would I be able to puzzle together what direction that should be?
Even with the help of like scanners that we have of like 5 miles as well as.
I would say that would be a survival check at disadvantage.
Unfortunate.
Oof.
Ooh, natural 1.
Guys, we already know. Isn't that surprising?
Yeah. Okay. Do we at least know which way it flows? Or is it just sort of a stagnant like river thing?
Would I at least remember what direction it flows in?
Relative to where you are now, no.
What about relative to the city we came from?
Technically, yes. There's not really like cardinal directions in hell, so it's not like north,
True.
south,
There's
east,
no
west.
sun.
But
There's
there
always
is,
sun, one or the other.
yeah. But there is like based off like kind of relative of the city itself, which way the river flows.
I relay all of that information.
Okay.
What
Okay.
little I know.
Yeah.
Just curious, what does system sense in the like 5-mile radius?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow. Okay.
Outside of the party, there is nothing within 5 miles of you,
All right.
because everything else died or left.
Okay. What do you think of like head near the city, but like veer off a little bit so that we're not directly going to contact it, but just like, use that to orient us further? Thoughts? You are the crew of the ship.
Works for me.
Okay.
And we know that this thing has a quote-unquote stealth mode, but we don't know what that entails.
You could try activating it.
Sure, let's turn this damn thing on.
Okay. It does require spell slots. Doesn't matter what level, but it does. What level you do use changes what happens.
Oh, this is one of those, like, depending on how high I go, determines the viability of the stealth.
More the duration. The more powerful the spell slot expended, the longer stealth mode is retained.
I think let's. I think I'll just expand the first level just to see what it does first. That way we have a basis as like as we go in, we know how long that lasts. That way
Okay.
we have a good baseline.
All right. Then, as you activate stealth mode, you notice all of the lights illuminating the room turn a dull red glow, filling the room with dim light instead of bright light.
So if we get boarded, at least we know Rowan will be invisible.
Yeah. Everybody sitting at a gun turret notices that you can no longer access the gun's controls. And looking out the crystal dome at the bow of the ship where the main cannon extends, you watch as the entire cannon just goes invisible.
Okay. Okay, so we have like a temporary cloak.
Yep, the entire ship is invisible for 1 hour.
Okay. I guess let's just start going toward the city and then, like, once we have it in sight, orient from there.
Okay. You start making your way back towards the city, and an hour later, the stealth mode disengages,
Mm-hmm.
and you sense that the ship can't go into stealth mode for 24 hours.
Okay. Okay. So we have a good baseline now as to what it can do.
Alrighty. So,
Okay. So mechanically, the level of spell determines how many hours. That's what I'm getting.
yes.
Okay.
The level of the slot expended is how many hours of stealth mode you get, and then once it's up, it has to spend 24 hours to recharge.
Okay.
So,
General rule of thumb: avoid hostile settlements and anything that might want to shoot us at the sky.
so as you guys travel back to the city, everybody but Axiom, because he's the one who's flying, has some downtime as the ship travels. Anybody want to do anything while traveling?
I mean, we got stuff to work on. Apparently, there's some lights that need to be replaced.
I feel like we need to brave the pantry if we're going to be spending any amount of time here.
Agree.
Just take a
Rowan's just like
fireball.
backing up into the wall, like, you can't make me go back in there.
Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to that episode of Cowboy Bebop with the really bad pantry.
It was the fridge in the storage, actually,
Yeah.
in the cargo hold.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that what you guys are doing? You guys are going to brave the pantry?
I would try to catch Rowan, but it's dim light in here, and she can just go invisible and run away from me.
Well,
Wait,
it is
She
bright
had-
light now because stealth mode is no longer active.
Oh, okay.
Rowan's running.
Only so many places you can run on this ship, Rowan.
I can find somewhere dark and hide there.
Yikes.
Watcher has true sight. No, he's not true sight. Blind sight, whatever that is.
He has 10 feet of blind sight, yes.
10 feet of
What?
blind sight. He can find you.
Aren't I aware of what happens?
I'll
on the
brag
ship,
him with
too?
cookies.
Yes, Axiom, you are aware of everybody's movements on the ship.
I was gonna say, wouldn't technically system would see what I see, right?
That's not exactly how it works. He would have to cast detect thoughts on you in order to see what you see. Otherwise, he's just acting as a telepathic hub for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan, things are easier to face when we face them together.
You'll never take me alive.
let's go.
Oh god.
You know,
It's
you
like-
could have just said you didn't want to help with the pantry, and that's all you had to do.
Me running
God.
away is that.
You
God.
making a scene makes me want to make a scene.
Oh, you're all
Yeah.
gonna be making a scene when you open that pantry, let me tell you.
Probably.
It's like trying to get a child to clean the kitchen.
Or do anything they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I-
She's not going to do the pantry. We could at least put her on light duty.
Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna spend some time, like, making some repairs and cleaning things up a little bit.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah!
I will. System will inform you that repairs can only be made while the ship is in it not moving, basically in a dormant state. Otherwise, you risk electrocuting yourself.
Okay.
Rowan can just redirect it. It's fine.
That's not how it works.
And that's still a terrible idea.
What if I just hold on to them while they're doing electrical things? Can I just?
You don't absorb the lightning.
No,
You
but
just
I'll
play
let it
for
pass
real.
through me and then shoot it out a non-existent window.
Oh my god.
Yes, and shoot the metal walls, which makes the whole ship fry everybody.
Alright. But everybody working together can easily clean up the mess hall. The pantry, however,
That's a different story.
who is braving the pantry?
Vanya's gonna go with Amity.
Okay.
Just fireball. Fireball.
Just kill it all with fire.
All right. As soon as the door opens, I need both of you to make con saves.
Saga near us.
Oh,
No, it's just you two doing it.
Suffer as I have suffered. No,
And we just
my
make
pain.
more of a mess.
Oh yeah, I at least held my cookies.
All right. So both of you are considered poisoned. And so, as you are both cleaning up the sludge that is the pantry, I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
oh.
Does the pantry fight back?
We're just gonna puke on each other.
All right. As you guys are cleaning up, you see movement in the sludge as several worms try to jump up onto your flesh, but you're able to dodge out of the way of the worm.
How big? What kind?
It's like they're flaming the worms.
You know what? Same.
All right, roll it.
Pew pew pew.
All right.
That one only rolled one dice.
Damn it. I'm in the
Oh.
process of fixing them right now.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, the worms only have one hit point. The ones that Amity nukes are dead. There is a chance for them to survive Vanya's. Nope. So those ones die too. Yeah, you guys watch as they just kind of shrivel up and die on the ground underneath your radiant light.
Great. It's one problem taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yes, but if we're gonna be here for any length of time, we can't just leave it here.
I agree. It's really gross.
I look around. Are there any more worms?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
No, there are no more worms.
As far as you know.
0 worms. There were never worms.
What worm? Alright, do you guys continue to clean the pantry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Are you
Oh my
fucking
God.
kidding me?
Oh god. So many ones.
Rowan's just over here like, I hate to say I told you so, but...
You know, my one game has a policy that after 10 natural ones, you get a free natural 20.
Oh man. All right. Well, as you're both continuing to clean up, more worms jump out at you. Let's see how many worms you each get attacked at you. Okay, Vanya, you take 5 piercing damage as you are bit by 5 worms. Amity, you take 4 piercing damage as you are bit by 4 worms. What do you do?
Can I just pluck them off and then kill them again?
All right, is that what you guys are gonna do?
Yes?
Okay.
Can I just squish them this time?
You each scrape off a worm because it takes 1 action to get 1 worm. And then after you do that, the remaining worms all burrow under your skin.
No!
Oh no! I hate this.
I don't like this. We've made a mistake.
All right. So,
No.
so Vanya has 4 worms in her, and Amity has 3. So,
I have a question.
yes.
Since I technically get 2 attacks on my turn, could I squish 2 at the same time?
No, you use your
Okay.
action to try and scrape off one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Vanya, you take 27 points of necrotic damage,
Guys!
and Amity takes 19 points of necrotic
Oh
damage.
no! This is how it ends.
This is how I die. I never healed after fighting.
I guess we're gonna roll initiative.
And you guys wanted me to go back in that fucking pantry.
Hey, Mike, how many did I take?
Way.
You took 19 points of damage, Amity.
Okay.
Alright, we'll just use this map
Wow,
for now.
I was gonna say, wow, those worms look awfully familiar.
We'll just get rid of all the corpses. Not sure what the blue square is. I think it might have been a spiritual weapon.
Oof. I don't know if I've ever rolled that low of an initiative with Vanya.
You actually should have disadvantage, so it would be a straight roll.
Oh,
for
whoops.
you.
So mine should be a 9.
Yep, you're a 9, and then just roll again, Amity. Alright, so 12 for Amity. Then I'll roll for the worms. Alright. They also rolled a 9, but Vanya is faster.
I should hope so.
Is anybody else jumping in on this? Axiom, you are not in the room, so you would not be able to help with this.
I can just observe it from my periphery.
Bold assumption that we're not about to start. I guess Amity's also a cleric, so.
you know, a little.
I mean, like you're aware of their movements, Axiom, but you don't know what's going on.
I just know that there's
Screaming.
panicking involved.
They're screaming.
You can't even hear the screaming. It's literally just the movements. All right. Well, that was the worm's turn, so that will bring us to Amity.
How far along are we in our cleaning?
Not that far.
No. Can I... Do I know anything about whatever this could be?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
All right. You don't know what this is.
Alright, I'm gonna kill the one that I just picked off of me.
Oh, it's already dead. When you
Okay,
kind of
good.
scraped it off, that also killed it.
Then I'll pick another one off.
Well, they're already burrowed inside.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Can I, like, see them?
No.
Or are they just like, okay.
They're gone. They
Alright.
have disappeared under your skin. Really deep in there.
Alright.
You can see the small wounds they made when they burrowed in, and you can see the flesh around those wounds quickly decaying.
Rad. I'm gonna... I hate this. I'm gonna just cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Good enough. And then I'm gonna panic.
Okay. Yeah, you heal yourself for 7, and then use your action to panic.
There you go.
Alright, cool. Then I guess that brings us to Vanya.
I have other things I would like to do with my action, but I have 34 health. So
Oh my god.
I never healed after the fight. Which
Well,
arguably we should have taken a short rest. Well,
Technically, you had time to.
when we
I guess
didn't,
as
we're
a note,
so
everyone
dumb.
would hear Amity panicking. Just as a note.
Yep,
I think
everybody
we-
but Axiom.
Oh, right.
Well, you guys would probably respond if you could.
Oh, we're definitely making noise, but I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at 4th level.
Okay.
I don't stand a good chance of trying to figure out what the hell these are. Does it look like... I hate that I'm about to ask this question. So, in our world,
Okay.
if
Like
you
the
get-
real world? Is that what you're
Yes.
talking about?
yes,
Okay.
if you get something like a tick or like a chigger that burrows under your skin, you can like cut it out. Does this look like a thing I could just cut out with a dagger?
Well, at the speed that it burrowed into your skin, you don't know where to cut.
Okay. Did they all burrow in like the same spot on me, or are they like everywhere?
Not everywhere, but various spots throughout your body.
Okay.
They didn't all like jump onto like your ankle or anything.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna go with panicking.
Okay. Bonus action to panic.
Bonus action to panic.
Oh man. This is all I could have asked for.
I'm glad we can entertain.
Thank you. All right. Cool. Then brings us to the worm's turn. Okay. Vanya,
Yeah.
you take 25 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And Amity, you take 22.
Oh my god.
All right. And now that we are back at the top of the order, does anybody else want to jump in on this?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I have no idea what I'll be doing, but sure.
Big same.
All right. Shilk, you go before Saga, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, Shilk, you hear panicking coming from the pantry. You can use your movement to get there.
All right. I will use my movement to get there.
All right.
Why are you screaming?
There's worms.
She's pointing to her arm, which
They're inside of us.
help!
They hurt.
Ow!
I'm not sure what you want me to do about that.
Neither are we.
Yeah. Shilk, as they kind of like hold out like their arms and legs where the worms entered their bodies, you can see that the tissue on said extremities are quickly I'm blanking on the word. Holy shit.
Withering?
Yeah, I guess withering you could use. I was thinking of a different word, but withering, that's close enough.
Is there any
Necrotizing.
indication? Oh, okay.
Necrotizing, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Is there any indication of where the worms might be?
Hard to tell. It could be coming from like the center of each individual spot. It could be, I don't know, maybe like secreting something that kills the flesh as it moves throughout the body. You really don't know. As you are not familiar with these worms.
Okay. I don't know what you need me to do. Do you want me to chop your arm off?
Maybe.
Considering it.
I mean, it's not just their arm, so you'd have to chop off several limbs if that's where we're going with this.
Wait, I do need some of those. I'm also going to be a very bad archer without arms.
Oh my god.
All right. Well,
Maybe ask system.
System, do you know what worm things these are?
Worm things?
Yeah, they
I'm-
burrowed into them.
I'm not sure. I can tell you that whatever it is, it's not smart enough for me to detect.
Oof.
They're living on instinct. Even worse. Okay. Man, that's tricky. How I guess how open are the wounds?
Not open at all. It's like a thin slit. It's not even really bleeding
Oh.
because it's right in like the within the necrotized flesh.
Okay. So that eliminates that option that I was gonna do.
Stick my hand in.
I was gonna.
I know that's where you're going for that.
Yeah, this isn't my area of expertise. How far away from me are they?
Well, I'm assuming you're just like standing in the doorway of the pantry, so they're like 10 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. Huh. Don't really want to damage anybody. But I might just have to, so we'll try it.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather Shulk accidentally kill me than whatever the fuck these worms kill me.
Nothing
Alright.
helps like a good bloodletting.
It's true. We're just gonna like turn my head sideways, put my hand out, and just boom.
Okay. I need both of you to make con saves then. Fucking pulse waving them.
That
That
hits
one's
everything
not
in the room. So
Oh my god. Okay, it was gonna be the 14 anyway. All right. Yeah, like all of like the sludge on the ground just kind of like is thrown up against the far wall. And you can see from just a split second, like a dozen like small, vibrant green worms that are just immediately eviscerated by the pulse wave. Amity, you also get flung up against the wall as you take the full 20 points of force damage. Vanya, you only take 10 and are able to stand your ground.
Cool.
Now.
did it help?
Are there any more worms? Or did
You
get
don't
all of
know.
them?
You couldn't really feel them when they were inside of you, so you don't really know if they're still there or not.
Aw.
Is that your turn, Shilk?
Yay, I'm helping. Yeah.
You're helping somebody, that's for sure. All right. Saga's turn.
All right. Saga's movement to get up there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what Saga has. Okay, we'll try that. We'll spend a key point to Step of the Wind.
Well, you can like you have enough like Saga has enough movement to get in there if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess she got 45 feet. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Just go over to Vanya since Vanya's the closer one. Let's see. That's not really a thing. Let's just try 5 points of lay on hands. See if that gets rid of whatever the fuck this thing is.
Sure. Yeah, you Saga pumps lay on hands into Vanya.
much?
Well, you don't get healed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm assuming you're going for the nullifying a poison or disease thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You, Saga does that. And
Cool.
there is no noticeable change.
Cool.
All right. That's Saga's turn.
Yep.
That will bring us to Amity.
Um. And I can't feel any of them at all.
Nope. All you feel is the cold sensation of your flesh slowly dying.
Lovely.
Okay. Is there any, like, water source around that I could, like, dunk my arm in and drown them or something?
Any water would be ice right now.
True.
I mean, if you want, you can try running out into the kitchen and seeing if if there's water coming out of the sink.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. You run over and look at this strange plumbing device.
Jesus Christ.
But you're able to guess because you're a smart person that it's some kind of water source. So you you fuck with the knobs for a bit, and then you hear a loud grinding sound as the water does not come out because the pipes are frozen.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, did it spend all my movement to get there?
That was like 15 feet of movement, but it is also your action.
Alright. I'm gonna run back to Saga, and I'm like, do you have anything else? And that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Vanya, your turn.
Do I feel any different?
Nope.
Cool. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself again.
All right. You do so.
Because I hurt. Oof. One was not so spectacular. And then I'm just... that didn't work. I'm just gonna exit the pantry. I don't want to be in here with these things anymore. And... for my bonus action, I'll also spend 3 of my healing lights on myself. A desperate attempt to not die from fucking worms that are so dumb that system can't even detect them.
Oh man. All right. That is your turn. The worm's turn. Vanya,
Yeah,
you take no damage.
great.
Amity, however, takes 23 points of damage. All right. That's the worms. Brings us to Gesh.
I have no idea what to do. I have nothing that can help.
All right. So, is that your turn then?
Yes.
Okay. Then that brings us back to the top of Shilk.
All right. Shoka's gonna dodge.
Okay.
And then move into the room.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. There's no sludge on the ground anymore as you flung it all up against the wall. And
Hell yeah.
you don't see any worms because they were all destroyed in the pulse wave.
Hell yeah.
Really, the modern solution to this problem was send Shulk in with a pulse wave.
Yeah, you can see the sludge is still kind of dripping off the wall, but like any worms were just destroyed by the force damage.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Oh god. So you move in, and you took the dodge. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Saga's turn.
All right, Saga's gonna spend another 5 points on Amity.
All right. And with that, we are out of combat.
Hooray!
Yay!
So clearly, from what we've learned, is that when in doubt, heat.
Ugh.
Heat? No. Force.
Yes.
And I guess now I'll start cleaning the sludge off the walls.
Yeah. All right. With that problem taken care of, no longer, no longer anything standing in the way between you guys and cleaning up the pantry.
Our greatest feat yet.
Oh man. Too funny.
I'll also make sure that Kit System gives me regular updates as to what's going on.
All right. Do you want updates whenever something new happens, or just like regular interval updates?
Running commentary.
the color commentary. The color
So you-
commentary of like whenever something new happens.
Okay. I was gonna say, otherwise you're gonna get like half-hour reports of nothing has changed, nothing has changed, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after cleaning up the mess hall and the pantry, what else would the party like to do?
Is there
I
anything else that needs cleaned?
was gonna say maybe like tidy up the crew quarters so that we have a place to sleep.
All right. So, what are you guys doing with the personal effects of the last crew?
Just have them all in a box.
Okay. Gonna drag up one of the crates from the cargo hold then, or
Yeah.
okay.
Send that right to everybody else.
Sounds fine to me.
Like a small crate, a large crate.
And just kind of guess how big of a crate we'll need, and I don't know.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Um. Do like a you find like a medium crate that's empty, and you drag it up to the crew quarters and just put all the shit you don't want in that box. I think the only thing that you guys kept was that music box, the alarm clock that Amity found, and then the star charts.
I think I kept a book of poetry
Oh, well, there you go.
and the fiddle.
Yeah, the fiddle.
Okay. I think that I think that was actually pretty much all of the personal effects then, because everything else was kind of taken. Like maybe there's just like some clothes, I guess, that was left behind. You can just put that in the box then.
Oh, but Amy's keeping the alarm clock.
Oh yeah, I figured. Alrighty. Then yeah, you all pick your rooms. We'll point out that the room where you guys found the music box and the room where you guys found the fiddle, the beds are smaller. While the room with the empty weapons rack, the bed is much bigger than what is needed.
Also, random question, Mike. Is the space underneath the chair, is that just like an office?
No, it's like the captain's quarters. There's like a table and for like meals and a bed for sleeping.
Okay, so I'm good.
Yeah. If you are claiming the
Basically,
captain's quarters, then yes, you are good.
basically, when I'm not having to steer, that's where I'll be sleeping. Because I would imagine you want the captain close to where he needs to steer in case shit goes down.
Mm-hmm. So, who's taking the small beds, and who's taking the big bed, and then who's taking the medium?
How small is small?
Like, fit for a small creature.
Oh,
That's pretty small.
I don't even know who the smallest ones among us are.
Amity.
Like what? There's like what, 12 rooms?
I don't know, Amity. With those horns, you're probably kind
So
of.
true.
You'd have to like lay backwards on the bed so that your horns are poking out the foot of the bed.
Might be the most efficient way to do it, though.
Perfect.
Gotta make sure you don't get like a crick in the neck.
I could always sleep on the floor if it doesn't work.
Also, there's like what, 12 rooms on that floor? I think that's what you said, Mike.
Um,
And you still have
trying
a
to
mansion,
think of all
technically.
the crew that I described. I think I described like 6 specific rooms, and then there was like a room with like hammocks for more general crew.
If there's 6 specific rooms, then we could all fit in there, for the most part.
Right, it's just some of the beds aren't big enough. Is the
Who are
thing.
small?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing the big bed would probably go to Shilk, seeing how he's grown several inches since you guys have met him.
How tall is he?
True.
I can't even keep track anymore.
I think the last time
Foot, so.
I was gonna say I think the last time we checked he was like 7.5 feet.
Yeah, something like that.
'Cause you kept
Although I
on
did
fucking
shrink
growing.
like 5 inches in the last one, so probably
Oh, you did.
7'1" right now.
Okay, so you and Gesh are about the same.
No, 6'8", but I mean close enough.
Yeah. So Shilk's a little taller.
Alright, I'll take the big bed.
Okay.
Guess would ask everybody else is who wants the other big bed? And who wants the small beds?
I remembered the 6th crewmate. I was like, I know I described 6, but then like when I was describing the portrait, I only said 5. I was like, who was the 6th person? And I remembered it was the cook. That's right. Forgot about the cook.
I can take
Afraid of the cook.
I can take a small bed and just curl up. I keep sleeping in a freaking pillow fort. I'm probably not sprawled.
All right. So it sounds like we've got Amity and Vanya in the small beds.
Sounds like it.
All right, then that leaves regular beds for everybody else, which works out. All right. So now that you have all picked your rooms, what else would you like to do?
Take a rest.
Take a rest.
Yep.
All right. Sure. You all bed down for the rest, and 8 hours will go by with no problems. Everybody but Axiom gets a long rest.
Woo.
Alrighty. So, seeing how the rest goes off with no problems, I think that is a good point to take a break.
Sounds good. So I will send the stream to break, and we will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes.
All right. So, yeah, everybody gains the benefit of a long rest. And what would people like to do now?
We're still just traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it took you guys like 3 days to get to the ship from the city on foot. It's not going to take that long in the sky, but it's still going to take a while. Sanitize. uh,
I don't know, just keep a lookout.
all right. Headed up to the deck, or
Yeah.
all right. They all kind of just hang out.
I'm gonna see if Saga can teach me more primordial.
Okay. Yeah. Just make yeah. All right. Which one of you are taking the charge on that, Saga or Gesh?
I mean, I guess I'll do it since I'm here and she's not.
All right, then you can make an intelligence check at advantage. Oh, I should point out that Vanya and Amity are no longer poisoned.
But that's
Excellent.
good, and I
Oh,
apologize
good.
ahead of time for my roll.
Oh, not a saving throw, but
Oh, well.
so it'll be a 10. So yeah, just like last time, Saga and Gesh have a hard time figuring out where to start. So, unfortunately, Shilk, your teachers,
Suck.
was gonna be a little nicer than that, but sure, they suck. So
Okay.
that's what you guys attempt to do. Vanya is hanging out in the helm deck.
Yeah, I'll read some poetry.
Okay.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Culture
I'll write
myself.
some more.
You got a bit of a captive audience. I ain't going anywhere.
Not gonna read it. I mean, do you want it performed?
I don't think she meant out loud.
Well, so I would generally ask System the question of like, do I just switch off with somebody when I need to like sleep, or does this thing just like keep going?
Normally it would keep going, but because of the way that it's set up, someone has to be sitting in the helm in order to control it. I can't control it myself.
I can't just like relinquish that to you, or is it just a restriction based on the retrofitting?
It's a restriction based off the retrofitting.
Okay.
Someone took great pains to make sure a creature like myself could never control the ship by itself.
Okay. I will relay that information to the rest of the party of like, when I need to sleep, somebody else needs to be piloting. So we'll be taking shifts.
Makes sense.
So, Vanya, you read poetry. it's an Elvish dialect that is a little hard to get used to. But it is very kind of like. Now, I'm not an expert on poetry, but it's kind of like very depressing, kind of like but like weirdly uplifting at the same time type of poetry. They all seem to be romantic in nature as well.
Good to know.
So there you go. Bunch of sadly uplifting romantic poems.
Gonna give it to Rowan later. She's not here to hear my sassy remarks about it, so.
So, yeah. If there's nothing else, then say another 8 hours or so will go by, where it's at this point, actually, you guys did travel before getting to the ship, so I would say, like 4 hours later is when Axiom you start feeling pretty drained from controlling this entire ship, and think you probably want to get some sleep.
Alright. Who wants to take the first shift while I sleep?
I'll take it.
Alright. I will say it's a bit of an adjustment. Because you were going to be able to sense everybody's movements.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Now, does the chair have to be down in the quarters for me to be able to sleep there, or is it just like I can send it up and down as please?
Well, you have to be sitting in the chair to send it up and down, but if you really want to stay in the captain's quarters like that, you could like give it like the command to rise up and then jump out of the chair.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do like the fucking elevator, just like press the button but then leave quickly.
Yeah, basically. Alrighty. Well,
I'll make sure everybody's fully aware that if they want to contact me, the the armor is gonna do a thing, and then has to make them aware of that thing it can do. Or if somebody
Well-
wants to contact me telepathically, they have to
Are
keep
you gonna
it.
sleep in your armor? I'm assuming then.
Okay, I won't.
yeah, I was gonna say you can't really sleep in heavy armor. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, I was wondering.
All right. So as Axiom goes to sleep and Amity takes over, Amity, as you sit in the chair and feel your senses expand to the entirety of the ship, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie doke.
I forgot about that.
All right. You succeed. So you will only take half damage.
Okie doke.
So you only take 20 points of psychic damage.
Got it.
And yeah, so now you are in control of the ship, and system basically just kind of gives you like a run through of how the ship works. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just think where you want it to go, and it goes. And yeah, you continue
Okay.
on.
Yep.
All right. So, Amity is flying. Axiom is sleeping. Would anybody like to do anything else in the next 8-hour stretch?
Try and help Shilk again with the learning? I don't know. If he's willing, or he says no.
I would say
suck.
there's only so much attempted learning that can happen before you give up on that. So,
We have failed the attempt.
yeah.
Alrighty then.
So you can do something else this time. Or not. Everybody can just kind of sit around for 8 hours.
I
like-
can't think of anything to do, so
All right.
keeping Amity company.
Sure.
Maybe I'll read some of the less depressing ones out loud.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna recite poetry. Please, my other campaign can't even get me to sing as the bard, so
It was worth a try.
I don't have any of. Wait.
I mean, in Critical Role, they don't have any problems doing their smutty stuff.
I'm not a professional. My degree is in environmental science.
And keep in mind also, Mike, they actually have an audience.
I know. I'm clearly being sarcastic by the weird voice, making fun of all the people who compare other games to Critical Role.
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Although I did just briefly look around to see if I had any poetry books near me. And I unfortunately do not.
Oh. Well, anyway.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in the van.
Well, that's a good one.
What's a gun? Alrighty. So, you keep Amity comfort. And yeah, the next 8 hours goes off with no problems. Axiom, you gain the benefits of a long rest. And then you can switch off with Amity again, or you can let her continue flying, as she's only been doing it for 8 hours. She was fully rested when she started. It's up to you. Okay. Nestor might have nested. Then we'll just say that Amity is still flying the ship then.
That sounds like a plan.
We're just doing great tonight, guys.
Are we?
Two people with internet problems. One person disappears without it saying anything. It's going,
Everybody's
it's going
rolling like
great.
complete shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a great night.
All right. Then another 4 hours later, into flying Amity, system informs you that he senses something below on the surface that just entered the 5-mile range.
I'll let Vanya know.
Well, I mean, he can tell everybody.
Oh yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, he informs everybody who is conscious, which I guess is everybody, unless Axiom is still asleep because Nestor's not here. Oh, is he back?
Was I muted or something?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything that you said.
Yeah, he asked you if you wanted to take back over the ship or if Amity was
That
still in control.
was-
You never responded, so.
That was going to be the plan. Just
Okay,
get
well,
the
you
hours.
didn't say anything. So we
Oh, well.
just continued with Amity controlling. Anyway. So yeah. System informs everybody that that they've detected a brainwave entering their 5-mile area of detection.
Can you tell us anything more about it?
Let me check something. Gotta check the Elder Brain stat block real quick. Mm. Alright. They cannot, as their detect thoughts is limited to the normal range of the spell when they're not in direct link with the target. So all they know is that someone who's smart enough to basically have conscious thought has entered the rain.
Um,
They can tell that there is only one of them, though.
I'll take a minute to see if it's fiendish, since 5 miles is also my range.
All right.
It's just absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, you take a minute and you sense that it is not fiendish.
Interesting. I relay that to the group. What's the, like, approximate speed that we're traveling at?
Well, the ship has a 90-foot fly speed.
Yeah.
So, like, travel speed, I'd put it like, I want to say like 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
Not a fast ship,
No.
but it's faster than like horse cars.
Yeah. So it moves a total of 90, like if it was in rounds, it would move like a total of 90 feet in a round?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, once we get a little bit closer, I can send Watcher out to figure out what it might be.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys fly closer. Amity, are you descending as well to get closer, or just getting close to where it is laterally?
I don't really want to get closer yet. So I guess just laterally, or I guess.
All right. So maintaining your altitude, you fly in the direction of where system sensed the brainwave. How close are you getting?
I'll say like 60 feet.
Okay, so within 60 feet laterally, and then like the 200 or so feet up that you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, you do so easily. You can't really get a visual from this altitude because of the way that the ship is designed. The crystal hemisphere that is the helm deck is kind of on top of the ship, so you can only really see
okay.
what's like around and above you and in front of you.
And I'll drop down a little more until I can at least like get a general like size estimate of this thing.
Sure.
Okay,
As
and
you
I'll-
start to descend, system says that they just lost track of the brainwave.
Huh.
Like it just disappeared, just out of nowhere.
I'll stop.
Is there anything new on the ship system?
No, they don't sense anything.
Should we just keep going?
Yes.
Let me. Do I have to touch for that? I do. Is there some kind of opening I could throw my dog out of?
On
Wow.
the helm deck, no.
The problem I'm running into is that I would like to turn him invisible before I send him outside.
Gotcha.
But I must touch him in order to do so.
As you are looking around for like something to like send Watcher out of the ship via, system pipes up again and says, "Wait, I've picked them up again. They're on the ship."
Yeah, I had a feeling. Where?
Sounds like they are in the cargo hold. And Amity, you can also sense a single pair of footprints making its way through the cargo.
Yeah. We got company.
All right. Anybody coming with me then?
Yes.
I will go.
Saga will also go.
Okay. So Saga, Shilk, Vanya. Did I hear Joe as well? So Gesh.
Gesh.
Okay. All right. And Axiom, are you going?
Mhm.
All right. Rowan and Amu will also go.
I'll leave Watcher with Amity in the hold.
All right. So how are you approaching this company? Are you setting up an ambush on the stairs? Are you just going to head down to meet them halfway?
Should we just meet them halfway?
Okay.
All right. So, you guys start heading down the spiral staircase that juts through the center of the ship, down past several of the decks, for coming to the cargo hold. Amity, you have lost touch of where the figure is in the ship. but system can assure you that they are still in the cargo.
Okay. I'll just keep an extra eye out for a set of, like, for the footprints, I guess, or the feet.
Sure. So, you all enter the cargo hold. What would you like to do?
Slowly open the door? Or should we just kick it open? We don't have Rowan in here to be sneaky, so...
I mean, she's with you guys.
She's not here to give an opinion about how sneaky we are.
Oh,
She would have already been long gone by now. We'd already know who this was. You know I'm right.
Look around since we're already in here.
Okay. Make a perception check.
You got it.
I'll hold a firebolt spell in case something's dangerous.
Yeah, I've got an arrow up.
Wow, I love rolling twos.
Oh.
All right. Anybody else rolling perception?
Oh, yeah, I will. Poop. Why do I even bother tonight?
I feel that.
Yes, I am getting better.
All right. I will roll for Rowan as well.
Just as a note, tonight I have rolled a 5, then a 4, then a 3.
I mean, I'm not doing much better, Joe. I would argue that I am doing worse.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot either.
All right. You guys don't see anything.
Open the door. Look around.
Oh, I assumed you already opened the door. See how everybody was making
True.
perception checks.
You're right.
And close the door behind us.
Yeah, definitely do
All right.
that.
You close the door behind you.
And Gesh stands in front of the door.
All right. Do so. What does everybody else do?
I'm looking. I'm like actively like moving through and searching.
All right. Amity, you sense a pair of footprints appear right next to Gesh.
Yeah, I'll tell Gesh. Gesh,
Okay.
next to you.
Does he see anything?
You turn around to where Amity is basically showing you, and you see standing there leaning up against the wall is Kato.
Yep.
Go
Fully
figure.
expected it to be him. But we figured System would have actually told us it was him, but that's fine.
System can't tell that it's him. All you can tell is that somebody that is smart enough for him to pick up their brain is there. because Kato was outside of System's 5-mile range, he was disconnected from System's hub.
Okay. Guys, Kato's here.
Oh, good.
I see you all found the ship all right.
Yeah, not exactly sure where to go with it at this point.
I can tell you what I was planning on using the ship for.
Go on.
I want to use the ship to sneak in under Mephistopheles' nose.
And then what?
What exactly are you gonna do with that?
I'm going to
Oh,
use it to get close enough in order to void a contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we knew about that contract. I'm sorry, I remembered right after I asked the question.
Oh, right! The Hell contract! The contract that Kato has in Hell!
Like, literally the
Who steals
second the
poison?
question came out of my mouth, I was just like, no, wait, he has a contract to kill Ray. How exactly does one void a contract with Mephistopheles?
It depends on the contract. The contract that I have with Mephistopheles is currently located, branded into the chest of his top general. In order to
Alright.
void the contract, I have to kill him.
That seems more like something that is up our alley than anything we have done recently.
The problem is, being the top general of Mephistopheles' legions, he leads a battalion of pit fiends. 66 pit fiends to be exact. So unless you want to fight through 66 pit fiends,
What are you gonna do? Fight through them by yourself?
no, I'm going to use the ship to sneak past them.
Okay.
Have you guys figured out the stealth mode yet?
Yeah. I think Nestor's trying to talk. I keep seeing him light up. And
Oh,
Muted. Yep.
there it is. Classic.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Yeah. That's the
Kinda
whole
need to be-
reason I'm here.
Yeah, kind of need to be a caster to do it.
Oh, luckily I am a caster.
So, in other words, you're commandeering the ship.
Well, if you want to help, I'll take it. But the whole reason I broke you out of prison was to help me anyway, so.
Give a long glare at the rest of the party. Like this is who y'all deal with.
genuinely probably one of the most sane people we deal with.
This is the least sane thing I have heard of. And I'm saying that because I know the guy that you're trying to void the contract with. It is not going to be easy. I am lucky to be alive.
I'm aware of that. I'm completely aware of the consequences going into a contract with him. But it was my only option. And now that I've used up what I made the contract for, I would prefer not to have to pay those consequences. Hence the voiding. Honestly,
Okay.
I expected you to be a bit more forthright, seeing how voiding the contract would really stick it to your old man there.
You got a point there. You got a point there. I'm all for that. So, what
Plus-
exactly do you need from us specifically to be doing in the process of this?
Well, if one of you wants to man the ship, that's even better, as most of you are more accomplished spellcasters than I am. But I had a realization while I was running away from Mephistopheles' legions. Sending the legions here actually just made this a whole lot easier.
You know,
Point.
because they're not all where he is.
Not only are they not all where he is, they also left the gate open. So we can just slip right through all the way down to level 8 without having to pass through the in-between layers.
That's really sloppy. They left the door open.
I don't think they were expecting an invisible spaceship.
Fair point.
Well, if everyone's on board,
Yeah.
the sooner we take care of this, the sooner we can leave hell.
I'm all for that.
Great. And with that, he just kind of brushes past Gesh through the door and starts making his way towards the helm deck.
Follow him.
Yeah. Sort of look to Vanya like, we're gonna have to make it clear that if he's gonna be here a while, he's gonna help. Like, actually pick up around here.
He pulls his weight. Don't worry about it.
Alrighty. So, as you all follow Kato up into the ship, back to the helm deck, and as you all start making your way towards the Ice City to sneak right past the air fleet, that's actually where we're going to end a little early, seeing how we're missing people, and everybody kind of sounds really tired.
And our rolls are shit too, so we're afraid to do any rolling.
Fair.
Yeah, I had a really shitty day, and I almost didn't come tonight, so...
Ooh. Well, I'm sorry that you had a shitty day.
Alright, well, then I will end the recording here and end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.